The following program is intended for mature audiences.
A democratic republic of sports. The Sportsocracy with ESPN Asheville hosts Tank Spencer and Jeremy Greene.
Welcome into the Wicked Weed studio. I'm Tank Spencer. Jeremy Greene's alongside. This is the Sportsocracy, and take it away, Jeremy. How good did it make you feel? Jeremy's Jets finally get a win on the year. Zach Wilson, he was not the 4-interception guy. He was
Sunday,
completely
I got a
different.
Jets win. Monday, I found out the McRib's coming back in less than a month. It's been a good motherfucking week.
Yeah.
Look, Zach Wilson showed growth, and that's the most important thing. And Robert Saleh has shown growth. This locker room is completely behind him. There are so many things to unpack from this. The pass rush was good. Quincy Williams was good, who had been an absolute fucking train wreck for 3 weeks. Mm-hmm. Things are getting better. I've said the defense is not bad, and it's not. You just have to stop putting it in bad positions. And that's what Zach Wilson did on Sunday. And so that's, if you're a Jets fan, that's what you have to take away from this, is Zach Wilson has to play like that. He doesn't have to be boring. There was nothing boring about.
No.
That's a high-level NFL play that not many quarterbacks can make. And the throw was incredible. He had about 5 unbelievable throws. The in the bucket in overtime to Keelan Cole. Mm-hmm. The one, obviously, that I talked about to Corey Davis. He was very impressive. I want to see how the mark of a team of a team that's really improving is that you're able to carry that week to week. And now you play the Atlanta Falcons in London, and this should be a kill spot for you.
It should be. After you stood up to the Tennessee Titans last week, it should be no real problem for the Atlanta Falcons. The question is, how are you going to be? What's your answer going to be? What's your answer going to be to what they can throw out there? Matt Ryan in that passing game, Cordero Patterson and his versatility.
And see, I look at the Jets and go, you know what? You got safeties playing linebacker. Athleticism at linebacker, not a problem for this team.
Right.
It's just not. So I look at Cordero Patterson and go, nah, not really worried about you. I look at Mike Davis and go, no, not really worried about you. Pass rush, no, not really worried about that. Secondary, no, not really worried about that. Calvin Ridley, we got Bryce Hall, who's been one of the top 15 corners in the NFL according to Pro Football Focus grades. So still worried about you.
Yeah.
Just, I feel like we have an answer to that. And then I get to Kyle Pitts and I go, oh, fuck. Ew. I don't like you at all, and I don't like how that's going to go.
Right.
If I'm Rob Saleh, I go into this, and you know what? You just trust your guys. You go, you know what? We have played, in spite of the fact we're 1-3, we just played a pretty complete game against the Titans. I know they didn't have A.J. Brown. I know they didn't have Julio Jones. I get it. That only had a nominal amount to do with how fast they were getting through the offensive line. Quinnen Williams playing like a man possessed. Quincy Williams, who I've already mentioned once, and C.J. Mosley were all over the place.
Right.
There was a lot to like. And you know, if you look at our power rankings where we put everybody, you know what? There's not a 30 beside our name anymore.
That's right. You climbed out of the cellar.
Yeah. That's a thing that we did.
Good for you.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I don't think this is a bottom 3 of the league team. I think this team's way closer to New England and way closer to Miami, and I said that from Jump Street. But Zach Wilson had to show that the game is slowing down.
Yep.
And last week, the game appeared to be slowing down for him. And this week, I mean, compared to the first 4 teams they played, with Carolina, who's got an unbelievable pass rush, the Denver Broncos, who have an unbelievable pass rush, Tennessee, theirs is not, it's not great, and New England's is good. This should feel like a walk among the daisies for Zach Wilson.
I would think so. I think one of the things that helped you out was that the Tennessee Titans secondary is not good.
It sucks.
It's not good. And
guess what? There's not many in the league that are worse than theirs.
Right. The Atlanta Falcons are one of them.
You get one this week. This would be a huge momentum-shifting win to me for the Jets. I mean, just be really honest with how you feel about them. And obviously I'm a fan, so I have to try to temper down my enthusiasm. Look at the schedule. All right, so you play the Falcons in London this week.
Yep.
After the bye, which it comes next week, you play at New England, the Bengals, and the Colts. Mm-hmm. You tell me what of those games you cannot win.
I don't think there's any of them that you cannot win.
I'm not saying you're going to be favored.
I think it's unlikely.
I said that you can't.
Right.
I said that you cannot win.
I think it's unlikely that you will go into Foxborough and be able to win that game.
I don't think that team's good. I firmly don't believe that team is good. And the Stephon Gilmore thing is confusing to me. Mm-hmm. You give up Gilmore for nothing. A week before he comes off PUP. Well, the contract was expiring. So, okay, you saved a little bit on the cap. You don't have a corner that really scares me. I mean, J.C. Jackson's fine.
Right.
Jonathan Jones is fine. And then pass rush-wise, you got Matthew Judon. But to me, I just feel like Bill's rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic. But what I'm trying to say here is, now after what you saw Zach Wilson do, are the Patriots better than the Tennessee Titans?
No.
No. Are they better than the Tennessee Titans without Julio Jones and A.J. Brown?
Yes.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
Really?
Do they have Derrick Henry?
No,
Can they run a greasy peg up a cat's ass? Do they have Ryan Tannehill?
Yeah.
No. The answer to all those questions is no. And then you get the Bills, and then you go Dolphins, Texans, Eagles, Saints, who I can't. You play them on an odd numbered or on an even numbered week, so you know what? That might work out just fine.
Right.
Because that team's as Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde as I've ever seen. So what I'm saying is this is a huge pivot week for the Jets, because if you go into the bye week coming off 2 straight wins, and you can have Rob Saleh, who is Mr. Johnny Rah-Rah, in everybody's ear, get some rest, get some reps, and look at the schedule, and you can just bang the drum on that. I'm not telling you this team's going to win 8 games, because they're not. But you have a series of winnable games here where you could end this season at 6-11, and it'd be a marked step forward, and you feel like Zach Wilson's the quarterback of the future, and you feel like you've got pieces, and you've drafted pretty well. Get Denzel Mims, free Denzel Mims. Hashtag free Denzel Mims. Yeah. Get him on the damn field. I don't care that he can only play in the slot. I don't give a fuck. Play him and not Braxton Berrios, who has the worst catch rate in the NFL. There's a lot to be, if you're a Jets fan, there was a lot to be excited after this week, and I hope when we do this next week, there's a lot more to be excited about.
Well,
because this should be a kill spot.
Well, we are all happy for you, Jeremy, that your Jets finally got a win.
It's the first win I've been happy about in 2 fucking years. Right. It felt so good.
Right, the wins last year you couldn't enjoy because you screwed up the number 1 pick. And
I'll be honest with you, based on what I've seen, that might be a blessing in disguise. Now, granted, it's hard to grade Trevor Lawrence because he's being, guided by the rhinestone cowboy himself, Urban Meyer.
Right.
But I see things to like with Zach Wilson. It's gotten better almost every week. So, to me, it's not a bad time to be a Jets fan. I know as Jets fans, we are notoriously pessimistic.
Yep.
But I see reasons to have a little bit of hope.
Subscribe to the Sportsocracy. You will see all of our team-by-team content here throughout the NFL season. Also, join us every weekday morning at 10 a.m. here in the Wicked Weed studio. I'm Tank Spencer. He's Jeremy Greene. Do it again. Jets. Give it to me.
Jets.
We'll see you next time.